Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Nanette and I am here to do another budget with me session as I count down the final weeks towards my sabbatical, retirement, semi-retirement, my layoff. Just a year ago I was advised that my job was ending and I would be laid off in 60 days. Turns out I ended up getting extended to a different position to work on a special project, which is probably about 70% complete, whatever. It is what it is. So I am in the 10-week countdown, just wrapped up week 8 of the countdown. So I have 7 weeks to go, and I am delighted that my ready to assign ended up at $8,888.88 at the end of week 8. So let's get this money budgeted. It is made up of a $1,000 gift for my birthday, which was this week, gross pay of $7,861.98. That's just a touch over my regular gross pay because I did get a recognition award from a peer nomination, and $26.90 of cash back that has yet to be budgeted. So let's see what we can do with this money. I always start with the overspending, and first up is always going to be the payroll related stuff. A couple of new things here. Something possessed me to get accidental death and dismemberment insurance this year, so that's an additional $3.08. And then I have this mystery $63.75 that I don't see where this money got deducted on the paycheck, so I'm gonna contact HR because everything else comes directly from the pay stub itself, including, where do I have it? Oh, I think I have to jump into the paycheck to show you this, but I will show it to you in case you're at all interested. I have a line item for every deduction, and then also for anything that would increase the gross pay. They cover the 4505 for the group term life. My regular paycheck is the $7,770.84. And then there's the recognition award of $91.14. When I add all of that up, here's $500 that went to one checking account and $100 that goes to another checking account, and the amount that shows up in this particular account is $3,142. All of that adds up to this mystery difference of $63.75. The only thing I can presume that it's related to is the recognition award, but that's more taxes. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to contact HR and see if I can get to the bottom of that. But nevertheless, we will cover all of the $1,817.69 here by resetting the available amounts to 0. Knocks that off the screen. Now we have the stock purchase plan of $777.08, HSA at $204.17, and then my 401k of $1,321.04. I have it maxed out right now at 17%, is as high as I can go, and that will pick up my 4% matching that the company does. However, I can't contribute to my catch-up contributions until the entire standard limit has been met. And sadly enough, with 5 paychecks, I won't come anywhere near maxing out that standard limit. So I am stuck making, unfortunately, I won't be able to max that out. I don't know any way around that. I think that the new IRS regulations, just because of the fact that I'm getting laid off, 8 weeks into the year, 10 weeks into the year, I think it is, I'm stuck. And it is what it is. I'm not thrilled about it. If anyone knows of any way that I can get around that, by all means, fill me in, and I will jump on it. Now, let's see. My internet bill went up by $5. Did I up the, I have not yet updated the target, so let's get that updated to $56. We'll save that target and cover the underfunded amount. The cell phone went up by $1.21. I think I did end up updating this target already, so we'll cover that with ready to assign because that's just going to be a shortfall. And then we are left with actual overspending. Sundries, let's see, supplements. Where am I going to take this out of? I have this rule where I'm going to use money that's already been budgeted in the current month, but I don't think, let me see if anything is overfunded. Nothing is overfunded. Well, no, I think it's hiding over here. If anything is overfunded, I'll grab from that. Except I don't want to grab from any of these because I suppose I could grab from Christmas without being unhappy about it. Yep, that's what I will do. And the reason that I'm doing that, often I will go and get it directly from the other categories in the same group. So this is sundries. I could take it out of personal care, but what's going to happen, I'll do that just as an example. It's going to come back and show me that that's underfunded, and this other one I'll take from Christmas for no good reason other than it's overfunded. So I do that because I don't want to get in the practice of overspending and then taking it from future money. It's just a slippery slope for me. It's part of the behavior that had me tens of thousands, maybe even over $100,000 in debt back in the day, and I just never want to go back there, so I'm kind of hard on myself when it comes to that. But if I now go to underfunded for January, you will see that personal care pops up for $33.11. And I am going to go ahead and cover that. So that just means that I really did take all that money out of ready to assign. So that's why taking it out of Christmas, which was already overfunded, kind of makes a little bit more sense in my little pea brain. But let's keep going. Let's see what else we can do with this money. I do want to go ahead and cover the remaining $248.87 for this month for the retirement party because I want that fully funded before the layoff occurs. I'm not as keen on the home maintenance. I still have a bunch of home maintenance funds that are, let me collapse this, sitting down here in the spendfulness. See, I've got 13,000 sitting down here. And I will catch my home maintenance once I get my head straight and I have my severance money. I will resort out what my goals are for the year for the home maintenance category group. So I think I'm gonna likely just snooze this for the month so it's not yellowing at me. And that feels absolutely fine. I'm not gonna be doing any remodeling projects until after the 7-week elapses. I get a little bit of recovery time in me and I can put all of my heart and soul in it. So back to what else is underfunded. These are directly payroll related. So even though I have a goal on here and it's telling me put more money here, I'm going to let that come out of my final paycheck of January. So let's move into February, see what's underfunded here. By all means, let's put another $500 into the retirement party. Charitable donations. Let me think on that. I do have a goal, a soft goal, of doing another $5,000 in matching funds before my employment ends. But I honestly haven't done a full plan for the entirety of 2026. So I want to do that first before I actually commit that money. So I think I'm going to ignore this for the moment. I may come back and circle back right in this video, but nobody knows. Cell phone plan, I always invoice my son through Venmo when it is time for him to pay the cell phone bill, so I'm not going to cover that. I will cover the internet because that is one of the two things that increased this past month. The BWM reimbursement is, that will come through once I submit a claim. That will come through payroll. So this is really just a friendly reminder to me to remind me to get a Be Well reimbursement claim submitted as soon as I can. And then we're back to stuff that will come out of payroll. So that covers all of February. Let's move into March. And let's see, I don't know how much I have already. Let's go one category group at a time. Oh, so it looks like I've already funded most of my stuff. I will go ahead and do the retirement party so that we get that done. Now I can fully bake my plans for a fun party. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys in the last video, but I think I'm going to do this fun farm tour of a local farm out here that they've got like a gourmet restaurant and a hayride kind of a tour that they do. I haven't been out there. Sounds intriguing. I'm pretty jazzed about it. So that should be fun to do. Nothing to see here. Nothing needs to be funded. Anything in fun stuff? Yes, we do need to put some fun out here. I am not. Well, I might as well do the extra for fitness, and that'll cap that out at 500. And then I think I will take, let me do that. And then I think I'm going to take this target off. Or what shall I do? Why don't I change this to, I need 500 bucks. Well, it doesn't matter what the date is, and what do I want to change this to? Refill up to, and just leave it at that. Then why is it refill up to? All right, that was not the right choice, so let's try that again. I think what I wanted was have a balance of, and I just didn't read far enough. Come on. Set aside another. I definitely don't want to set aside another. Is it a custom target? Why is it evading me? Oh, I made it a monthly. If I do a yearly, refill up to, let me make it a custom, refill up to, have a balance of, there you go, 500. Their stuff needs $1,334.94. I have it. Okay, this would include the donations that I'm not sure I want to do, so I'm going to take that one off. $100 for gifts, $64.94 for Christmas, $270 for Papa Payback, nothing for Share the Wealth, which is north of $500, which is a nice place for it. Number 2 funds at $500, and nothing for Not My Money. That comes to $934.94, leaving us $1,910.77. Now we are into, let's see, we're going to take off the home maintenance again. We are into the inevitable stuff, my sinking funds. We have $50 for car maintenance, $83.34 for clothing, nothing for car insurance or health insurance deductibles or car insurance deductibles. Nothing for home maintenance because I unchecked it. $25 for propane. 25 doesn't, oh, 15 more needed. I already have 25 there. The target is 40. $144.63 for property taxes, $32 for solid waste and stormwater, and tax holding for $187.50. That comes to $512.47. Let's knock that out. Happy with that. Where was I? I don't think I need anything for Kizzy. Business stuff is shy $73. That is going to be $5 for the internet. Why am I not seeing this? $29.59 for office supplies. And I am sorry, but I am not seeing how that is 73. So what I'll do, I have checked in here. Maybe there's something for the cat that I'm not seeing? Nope. Let me uncheck everything, collapse the cat, and I'm going to figure this out. All right, so for business expenses, it is indeed $73. So $375, nothing, 5, $29.59. Yeah, still not seeing it. So, yeah, this is already, yeah, sorry, this target's been met. So I don't know why. I'll just keep clicking until I figure this out. 0 here, 0. Oh, it wants the 68 for my son's cell phone plan because it knows there is a payment out there that hasn't been covered. It's a scheduled payment that hasn't yet been covered. Okay, and then the $5 for the internet, $29.59 for office supplies. Let's cover those. Oh, this is an eventually, so it's not even asking me for that money. Now if I click this, it'll be the $68 that I'm not gonna put in. Okay, not gonna touch payroll or retirement. Spendful doesn't need anything. Double check that credit card payments don't need anything. They have been fully funded. Yeah, so we're left with $1,393.30. I think what I want to do is to come back here and go into the inevitable stuff. And what I have been thinking is I want to get these health insurance deductibles pre-funded. Let me see. Have I already put money in for both February and March? I have. So I'm going to zero these guys out. And then do the same in February. And then come back into January. And I am going to put in the, oops, can't type. 2120.58, bringing that up to 2484.22. So I am shy $1,788.21. I'm hoping, yeah, I just want to get this maxed out before I 3211. Let me think here for a second. Needed. Oh, yeah, so I've already used a little bit of this. And was this covered stuff? Yeah, I kind of want to redo the way that I'm doing the health insurance deductibles, but it's complicated in my head enough that I'm not even going to bring it up. But I did. These charges, my therapist is not covered in network, so that's not really coming out of my deductibles. And then the $649 for a prescription, same thing. It's not, that might go to my max out of pocket, but it's not coming out of the deductibles. So I probably should be booking these a little bit differently than I am. So eventually I'm going to rework that, but not today. So that's how I'm going to leave this for now. I probably will regret that when I come, no, maybe I will, maybe I won't. With my next paycheck, it is going to ask me to put in more money in both February and March that I just took out of there. But I stand by my decision. I wanted to see how much I had already put out here, and now I know. $3,020.30. Actually, for the entire year, I've already put in $3211.79. So good on me, and we'll knock out the rest of that before the final paycheck comes. I'd have 7 weeks to go. I believe it is 33 or 34 work days left. One holiday, I think it's going to be 33 work days left because I have a volunteer day that I'll be taking and one holiday in the midst of all of that. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you helping me count down and make my way through these final few weeks of employment. I'm looking forward to the sabbatical. Let's go back in here and look at that lovely sabbatical fund of $30,000. So very grateful that I have that all set and ready to go. And hopefully I will post a video. Well, it's always been my intent to post a video every week for these final 10 weeks of the countdown, but I missed week 9 altogether and I didn't get week 8 done until today. And it's actually Sunday as I'm recording this, so it's officially into the 7th week, but we won't stand on ceremony. This is going to be my countdown for week 8. And tomorrow is another day. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again in the next one. Thank you.